Federal lawsuit filed against Hononegah High School claims it mishandled the fallout from IHSA sanctions against the football program.
The lawsuit names the school and 5 individuals connected with the district, including the principal, athletic director, and head football coach. Sports director Eric Graver joins us now with the latest.
Yeah, guys, the complaint claims that John Doe, a current student and now former player for the football team, faced severe harassment and bullying. This all stems from an incident back in September when a transfer issue with one of Hononegah's starters led to the IHSA stepping in and forfeiting Hono's win against Harlem. The 33-page lawsuit claims John Doe's coaches and teammates retaliated against him after his parent reported those eligibility issues involving another of John Doe's teammates. The 33-page suit has those 5 claims: freedom of speech retaliation, breach of contract or implied contract, that's regarding Hononegah's handbook and the IHSA's bylaws. The final 3 claims against the school's principal, AD, head coach, assistant coach, and their Title IX officer, willful and wanton concealment and failure to protect, along with intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now, Hononegah's Superintendent Michael Duggan released a statement in response to the suit, saying in part, quote, "The district strongly denies the allegations of wrongdoing in the lawsuit against it and its employees," end quote. And we reached out to the law offices for an interview about the lawsuit, but haven't heard back from them yet, while Hononegah said they won't be doing any interviews at this time. Back over to you guys.
Thank you, Eric, and we'll continue to update the story on our website, WIFR.com.